Good morning and welcome to another episode of the JAK of All. So today I've actually got about a week off, which is good. Good in one respect. But today we're getting out and we're going to somewhere where I've been loads of times, but I've never filmed it, so I'm going to take you around today. We're going to go around the area of Castleton in the Peak District. So we're going to get over to Castleton, and show you around. Currently in Sheffield. I've got Annie with me and she's gone to get some breakfast because we've set off early. Kind of hit the Sheffield morning traffic Monday morning, but yeah, it is what it is. Making the most of the day. It's nice weather. So we'll see how we go with this. There, look, she's got some breakfast. Cost her fortune. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Once you're out of Sheffield, there are some great roads leading into and through the Peak District, with, on a day like this, some pretty breathtaking views. I love coming up here, rain or shine, whatever the weather, and it's one of my life dreams to live up here and hopefully have some sort of Airbnbs, glamping pods, anything I can do to live and work up here. It's pretty easy to navigate to Castleton. From the M1, take the ring road of Sheffield Parkway around Sheffield to Worlow and pick up the A625 Haversige Road through Haversige and then remain on the main road straight into Castleton. This is from the direction of Doncaster, bearing in mind. All else fails, do what everyone else does, put it in your sat nav. There is parking available, but on busy periods such as the summer holidays, parking becomes, let's say, minimal. Okay, so we've arrived. We're parked in Castleton itself, next to the church. I always seem to park there. It's a nice little spot and at the beginning of kind of the route. Now today I'm not going to use All Trail simply because I know where I'm going and I'm making up my own little route. So today's route starts here at the village green in Castleton and we're going to take the Cavedale Bridleway, which is signposted just off the village green. Like the Dragon's Back trail the other week, the trails are signposted by these markers throughout. Saves you getting lost. Some parts of the Cavedale path are very loose underfoot with this limestone, so best to make sure you wear appropriate footwear and not your best pair of Louis Vuitton. The path leads you down this limestone ravine, which is packed full of small caves and even has Peveril Castle hanging onto the cliff edge overhead. In some of these caves you can often find sheep resting or just sheltering from the elements in them. Luckily for me, there was none in this one. As you get deeper into the ravine, it gets steeper and the shale limestone returns, along with the sheep. I've tackled this in the winter in previous years and it's almost like a stream running down this hill. This was during a pretty wet period, I hasten to add. So first sort of section of this walk, a bit of a scramble up here, but nothing like the Dragon's Back the other week. Yeah, just very loose limestone underneath. Well, it's a lovely day. Anybody would think I'd brought Kim Kardashian with me. As you can see, Annie's not a seasoned walker and she's not used to having sheep poo thrown at her. As you can see, routes are heavily signposted. Kids these days, eh? Never off the phones, lot. Anyway, keep following the trail round and you'll come to this hard-packed farmer's track. Stick to this, you'll not be far wrong. Oh, what a day. Lovely, lovely weather, great conditions, nice breeze as well, keeping me cool. That's cool. And how's your new shoes? You like them, lot? She's testing them out, first voyage. Yeah, we're on this hard packed stuff at the minute. It's a farmer's track. Comes past a sheep farm, cow farm, directly to Mam Tor. Quite easy to follow, really. It is on All Trail. There's loads of routes around here on All Trail, so you can always just sort of come on a whim. Let's go to Castleton and go, right, we'll pick a trail when we're there. Short ones, long ones. As the day went on, the conditions got warmer, but there was still a bit of a breeze, which actually made the conditions perfect. So, I've been past this farm a few times before, but I've never seen people camping in there, which is pretty cool really, and I suppose it's kind of where farmers are diversifying in order to make money and survive. So, but that's cool because I could bring the tent box, sleep there, go for a run or a walk around here in the morning on a day like this. Ideal. Follow this tarmac track from the farm to the main road. Rota Farm campsite. We did manage to find it on camping sites and apps, and it could even be found on All Trail. By this point, Mam Tor is clearly in view. Head across the field, staying on the trails to the start point of the ascent. Yep. Hello, Daisy. Now, Mam Tor is a favoured hiking spot and it can get pretty busy throughout the year. There is a car park, but again, it does get full pretty quick. There is also a charge to park there. We're here quite early in the morning, not too many people around, and it is frustrating when you get to the top and it's just full of people, so I'd rather be there early. There is, however, some pretty epic views from up here. Annie had told me to go ahead and she'd meet me at the top. Here she comes. Hey, she's here. Okay, so essentially you can see where we've been here. Started down there, Castleton, walked all the way across the top to the farm here, where we've seen the campsite. Follow the road down and then up here to Mam Tor. Now, unfortunately, this is what we call society. Disgusting, really. So the rest of the walk, there is numerous. We walk this way. So there is a trail all the way over there to the top peak and then come back down. But I feel that that is not as good to film. So we're going to go a bit more rough. Down a trail here, and then down here, and then over to Winnets Pass, and back round to Castleton, in the roughest way possible. From the top you can follow this path, which actually looks like an old Roman road. Still, not entirely flat, so just approach with caution. This here is the Transpennine Express from Cleethorpes to Liverpool Lime Street. I've used this service before, and it is pretty impressive the views that you see from the train. Carry on this trail to make your walk longer, however we're taking the right here back towards the bottom of Mamtor and Castleton. Personally, I just think it's a bit more of an interesting walk. It's downhill, a little steep in places, but just a hard packed track, easy going really. So now we're in a bit of a predicament. I'd imagine they both go to the same place, but which way do we go? What do we do? Left or right? We went with the left, through the woods, and I'm pleased we did, to be honest, as I'd never been down this route before. The trail led us past these old farm outbuildings, yet the farmhouse was occupied, and this is my way of living. Having this all on your doorstep to go and walk and explore. So, that was a nice little route through the woods. Essentially, that would be the way here that you would come around the woods. This is Mam Farm, where we've just been past, so a bit of a settlement and stuff down there. It's really nice actually, tucked away in the woods. And here is Mamtor, all the way up there, so we were up there earlier. Yeah, I'm going to go along this old broken road. So this broken stretch of road is what remains of the A625 road at Castleton. Originally built in 1819 to bypass the steep Winnets Pass. The mountainside consists of weak shale layers, and these layers turn to slip-prone mud during heavy rainfall. In a dry summer in 1976 followed by a heavy winter, rains caused the road to drop sharply. After a number of failed attempts to repair the road, the local councils closed the road permanently for vehicles in 1979. Today is a popular walking spot, along with these laybys that were part of the original road, where people bring their camper vans overnight and do a night walk of Mamtor. And here we have one of the many Blue John caverns of Castleton. Like I was saying earlier, there's routes everywhere. Over there, and some down this way. You go that way, one over there, even one that goes up over the top that way. So there is quite literally routes everywhere. If you come to Castleton, there's some sort of like a cafe here, but it's actually an opening to one of the caverns. I'll be honest, they're quite expensive and I've never been in, but I always quite fancy going in. Tickets to visit inside the Blue John caverns can be purchased here, but like I said, I think prices can be a bit steep. From here, follow the trail and you'll go across a field to a local farm which is at the top of Winnets Pass. Cross the road, and as you can see here, the trail is pretty visible. Keep following this trail and you will soon be on top of Winnets Pass. And again, some views up there that are quite spectacular. As you might be able to see in this shot, the local sheep do have a traffic management team, so please do drive around there with caution. However, check out some of these views. And if you have any concerns for heights, I I won't go too close to the edge. According to online sources, the name Winnet's Pass actually means wind gates because of strong winds funnel through the narrow valley. Local ghost stories also claim that the pass is haunted by victims of an 18th century murder. Anyway, back on track, pressing on.
I think Kim Kardashian's had too much to drink. She keeps falling over. Too much pop. Do you know what? I'm just not filming at the correct time because I'd have filmed it. She fell over in the woods. That was quite amusing. And then I just stared behind me. Bah! And she's there on her ass. So yeah, not watching where she's going under the big sunnies.
This next section in the trail actually reminds me of the Sycamore Gap at Hadrian's Wall. It was in the news in recent years for somebody cutting down the famous sycamore tree. The guys that were responsible for the incident were tried and found guilty of some form of criminal damage, with both men receiving prison sentences. Before finishing the walk, we stopped for a spot of dinner with a scenic view.
So we've got a few options here. I'm giving Annie the choice. We can go down here, which is down, and then back up, and then over, and then across to Castleton. Basically, we ended up for that corner here. Or we go over the top, over to the corner of that wood block about here, and then come rail the wood line there into the corner, or go to the corner, come back on yourself and down. Obviously that's what old people do. Which one do you want to do?
We'll just head this way.
What, down this here?
Yeah.
She said it.
To be honest, I'm not sure Annie calculated on how steep this would be. To be honest, it wasn't all that bad, and I'm sure she'll learn from the experience.
Go on, wait. What? Go on.
Finish line in sight, and we'd racked up over 6 miles, which didn't seem a lot really, but we had done a lot of up and down. This part of the trail brought us over the top of Cavedale. As you can see, this is it from above. From there, it was time to scale down the hill, handrailing this wooded area on the right. Annie obviously opting for her favoured technique of descending the hill. As you can see here, in all fairness, you do have to be mindful of your footing. Once you're at the bottom of the hill, hang a right, follow this trail here, through the gate, and you are back into Castleton. As I'd said before, Castleton attracts a lot of visitors all year round. It's an idyllic place to visit. This is the entrance to the largest cavern in Castleton, known as the Devil's Arse, where they do hold some live events. On his way back to the van, we thought we'd call in at the George for a quick pint. This is a proper good old-fashioned pub, serving good beers and some brilliant food. The stone-baked pizzas are top tier. And that concludes our walk around Castleton. Cheers!
And that's it, ladies and gents, for today. Down, around, up a local spot that I've done quite a bit in, to be honest, just never filmed it. And yeah, we've had a good 7 mile of walking up and down. So yeah, but I'd like to thank you all so far for the support on this journey. We are back where we started, here with the caddy at the Fox House in the Peak District, and yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying making these videos for you all. So it's going to continue, whether you like it or not. But as always, remember to like and subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff, and we'll see you at the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks ever so much for watching.